The recording is in progress. Hello, everybody. Daryl Snyder, Fantasy Sports Logic. Brandon Abbey is on assignment today. Normally means he snuck out onto the golf course, but today he's having some internet work being done at his home, so he couldn't join us. But he'll be back here tomorrow. That was something. That was our blog subscription pop-up. Let me make it come back again. Those of you that haven't subscribed, it's free. You can subscribe and soon it will be delivered into your email box. To the Fantasy Sports Logic blog, I'll get to that in a second. This is our daily deeper dive podcast with our partner, one of our partners, Ballpark Pal. Gives us some great charts that I take and Brandon take a deeper dive into. I'd encourage you, I'm not going to play it. Little short, less than a minute video on the homepage talks about the Contrarian Edge Optimizer test drive for $1. You see, simulates over 50,000 different outcomes. If you combine all of our sim partners, we have 7-player projection partners, some of the best in the world. And then we have our proprietary secret sauce blend. For number 8, this little video here, 3-minute video will share a lot of the features that you will experience on your test drive. Let's get right into the show. Monday, July 24th, the month is flying by. MLB, Daily Deeper Dive. Here we go. Whoops, that's where you click later. That was yesterday's. You can see I like to start with there's our Twitter page. There's our production company. A lot of exciting things coming. There's a movie, a documentary called The Game Within, which is going to cover the history of fantasy sports. It'll be a 1-hour documentary, and then there'll be a docu-series. I have some great advisors to that project. Peter Schenke from RotoWire, who's one of the most connected in the industry. Another gentleman, Ed Williams, who's on the board of Fantasy Sports Gaming Association. So I guess that just came up for a reason. Let me find where that other page went. I X'd out of it. Okay, we'll go back, get rid of my email, the MLB. There's some exciting content. We're developing a sports media network that I think will be absolutely amazing, that you can tune into every single day to get the latest and greatest articles and videos on the 4 major sports for sure: NFL, NBA, MLB, and PGA, as well as some other stuff, obviously some poker news. So that's going to be 24/7, 365, and super excited about that project as well. I'll get more into that. Let me get back to the blog and the daily deeper dive. Thank you for your patience. Let me click on this. Here we go. He gives 4 charts. Nice, in-depth, 3,000 simulation. Him being ballparkpal.com, a gentleman named Aaron runs the show there. He's also one of the 7 providers inside of the Contrarian Edge Optimizer. But here's today's home run. Sims, you can see up on top, Max Muncy. I think he had a grand slam yesterday for the Dodgers in a losing effort to the Rangers. But today, he's projected in LA, 26.5 or 26.4% probability to hit a home run. He's got a nice matchup with the pitcher, with Berrios, a boost of 8% in the park. Dodger Stadium is warming up here in Southern California. And that park tends to play smaller, so there's 11% boost. You've got Garcia for those Rangers, projected at almost 25%, a little over 24 to hit a home run. JT, catcher for the Phillies. Willie Adames, he's frequently on this list. And Freddie Freeman, you got a couple of Dodgers there. Could help you to form a stack that have a nice probability to hit one out of Chavez Ravine today in LA. Some other solid matchup. You got another Philly, Castellanos. You've got an Indian, Josh Bell, Drew Walters for Kansas City, as well as Bobby Witt. They've got a nice matchup, it looks like, against Logan Allen from the Guardians. And Marcus Seaman, another Ranger. But we can look at these. I'll talk about stacks if you play daily fantasy at DraftKings, FanDuel, Drafters now. They're one of our partners. You can start these as kind of core of your what we'll call stack attack. It's a new feature inside the optimizer that's crazy cool, crazy. Makes your stacking automated and gets you spread out all over the place. But here's the daily fantasy report. Aaron does a nice job by position, 3 per position except for pitcher and outfield. He gives you 8 of the top. Christian Walker had a nice year. That's a lot of cleanup for the Diamondbacks. The blue is a projected FanDuel scoring for the day, and the green is DraftKings. Another Diamondback, Marte, projected to have a nice day. Lower Ranger, there's Freddie Freeman. Freeman again. Third base, you got Ramirez from the Guardian. Muncy, because of that boost in probability of a home run. There's Whip with the Dames, another Indian, Rosario. I think the Indians could be shaping up for a stack as well. You got Rosario, Ramirez, and Bell forming a core. What about the outfield? Any Indians? No, there's a Dodger. There's another Diamondback. So you got 3 Diamondbacks to build around. Walker, Marte, and Carroll. Marte usually bats cleanup. Marte leadoff. Walker's cleanup. Carroll 2 or 3 hole. Yelich having a nice year, and you have some Reds sprinkled in there. I see Fraley. Any other Reds? Might be the only sprinkling of Reds is 1. Chris Bryant of Colorado. I mean, nice bounce back year after his injuries. Mookie Betts, another Dodger. You can see, and then in pitching, Yu Darvish of the Padres, top projected pitcher, a little over 37 FanDuel points. DraftKings, almost 21. Luis Castillo for Seattle, having a nice year. Usually has good upside on strikeouts. We'll get to the pitcher report here right after this. Mahida, a Twin. Solid. Logan Allen, the guy that had a couple of good matchups against him. He's still projected at 15. Skubal, he's had a great year for Detroit coming back. They've limited his innings because I think this is maybe only a 3rd or 4th. Had a couple of great outings. Last outing I don't think was quite as good. Kremer from the Orioles, nice pitcher. There's Berrios. And then the outfield again I looked at. Feel free to visit again, come to the blog. You can check all this out. I've posted on Twitter as well. Plenty of time for that 4:05 main slate today in MLB. I think the only early game, and I'm not sure it's a makeup game. You'll see that top game, Stripling and Skubal. So there he is. He's pitching against my Giants and Stripling. You can see, not a good report card. These are over the last 1,000 pitches of the favorite pitch for the pitcher. Stripling, 4-seam fastball is best, which is only a C-. Change up an F and slider an F. So he's had his struggles. I think last outing, he gave up a 3-run homer, which ended up losing the game. Other than that, he pitched better. They're in Detroit. They've lost 5 in a row after winning 7 in a row. So streaky, but they were annihilated in Washington. None of those games were anything to get excited if you're a Giants fan. If you're a Nats fan, first series sweep in a long time. I don't know how many games, 70 series? I mean, it's insane how long they went. 2 years since they swept a series, but the Giants allowed them to do that. See some of the other, what I like to do is get out here, you see projected strikeouts. Darvish against those Pirates, 7.6, almost 8 strikeouts for the day. Look at his grades, the slider, cutter, 4-seam fastball, all A's overall, B+, projected to go almost 6 innings. I'm sure he will be popular today. Get a lot of ownership. Who else? Castillo, we talked about him, almost 7 strikeouts against those Twins. It's a good team to target. They tend to strike out a lot. Anybody else that's jumping off the chart? Kremer, nice matchup. Looks like he's in Philly. That's never the best place, but almost 6 strikeouts, nice 4-seam fastball grade, nice changeup grade. You might want to stay away from that cutter. Got a D. I think it might be not delivering on the opposite side against him. Sanchez, sinker change, not so hot. Slider, you might want to throw more often. Bird and Corbin, both not having sinkers that are sinking. Yeah. And Bird's having problems as well with his cutter. His curveball is an A+, so you can't throw that 100% of the time. He must be an opener. He's only projected to go less than 2 innings, so probably wouldn't want to mess with him. Corbin against the Rockies. I'm not a big Corbin fan, but he could be a play against Colorado. I think they faced Luzardo yesterday, and Luzardo struck out like 13, I believe, 13 or 14. He had another great game. Where's the best pitching matchup in the same game, according to the stats? Mahida and Castillo. So feel free to look this over. A lot of people use it. They ask about player prop picks. You can use the data for that. Again, we have drafters. I'm going to show you a little special. You can go there and make a deposit, and they'll double match it. $100 turns into $100 and $100 credit. You can play some prop picks there, get some good odds. They also have a best ball NFL entry still. They have a 20 and a $3. I'll talk about that in a minute. But here's the stadium report. Shows the highest boost stadium. Progressive Field, Cleveland with a boost today, like the wind kind of circulating, right? Up, down, down, but 10% run probability. That's why you saw a couple Royals on the chart. I think Witt and Waters were there. Not a lot of singles. It's pretty average, but home runs and doubles and triples. Nationals Park, a little boost with the Rockies, not a lot. Citizens Park in Philly. Normally this time of the year, you can see the wind. Looks like blowing straight out. Little 5% run production, but home runs. Usually when you see that, I wonder if the Orioles are starting a lefty. Or Kremer's a lefty. Otherwise, you'd see Schwarber. The guy's a monster. Either hits a home run or strikes out normally. But you'll see home run boost for Orioles. I bet you that over under is 10.5, 11 probably. Those two teams, Orioles, will have some solid hitters as well. There's that Giants game. Might be going off already, unless I can't believe they'd be jumping in for a day and playing a night game and then trying to get back to San Francisco. So that's probably a early showdown only slate. Dodger Stadium, we talked about that. Heated up, it'll probably be in the 80s. Wind out always gives that field a boost, 14% for home runs. So Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, Outman, he plays a lefty against the righty, or Barrios is a righty. Probably going to be a popular stack, late night hammer. They call those games sometimes where you can load up on the late game, stack the Dodgers, and put a couple pitchers in play. I like, as I said, that Minnesota Mahida matchup with who was that again? Castillo, Seattle, Minnesota. A couple of pitchers there, and then tie in some Dodgers stacks with maybe Baltimore, Philly. Sounds good. You can do a 5-3, 5-2-1, 4-4, 4-3, 4-3, 4-3-1. Anything that equals 8 position players. Normally those stacks, more often than not, 5 from one any given team. They happen to go off like it looks like the Dodgers could. Today, you might want to even throw, who's pitching for the Dodgers? Sheehan went yesterday. Dodgers. Where is that? Oh, yeah, Grove. Decent. You might throw in Belt starting to have a decent year. He's a lefty. Grove, I believe, is a righty. Cheap, middle of the lineup. He's very familiar with Chavez Ravine, being a former Giant, played there a lot, so could be a sneaky play. Petco Park today. The marine layer is thick here in San Diego, so that's why 9% down. You got Darvish going. He would be another pitcher against the Pirates, especially with the park playing like this. They brought the fences in, but that park still plays as one of the tougher to produce runs. If anything, you might want to look at some Padres. Priester. Not bad, not good, about average, I guess, which is what the C minus C says, though. I told you Ballpark Pal, currently one of our 8 live player projection feeds. There's 7 partners, including our proprietary secret sauce blend of the 7. They're not just any partners, they're Ballpark Pal, RotoWire, Stats Perform, Sports Data IO, the Baker Engine, FTN Data, combined stimulate games over 50,000 times. So get a lot of good information. I'll run a video. There are some you can look at in the our YouTube page. Shows you the Contrarian Edge Optimizer, a lot of the cool features. Just dive it. 7 days, a $1. You'll, while it lasts, be gifted a free $20 entry into the drafter. $2 million best ball contest with a $300,000 first prize. That's starting to get some attention. Football less than 2 months away. I talked to the owner of Drafters today, is excited. If you want to make a deposit there, they'll also, for a limited amount of time, using the code FSL100, go sign up at drafters.com. You'll get a $100 deposit and a $100 credit match. You could hypothetically use those for 10 additional $20 entries, or you can get some $20 entries into the best ball, play some $3, or use it in their prop pick contest as well. So if you see all that, much appreciated. I know we've had people sprinkling in. I haven't really promoted like we're about to. We've got, like I said, an incredible media company. Got a movie coming out, attract a lot of attention. Have some other things I'd love to share, but hard for me to keep them a secret. But I'll be sharing soon. Not a lot of people know about us. If you would love to make some income, it's free to become an FSL affiliate, and you can earn as much as $100 if someone takes advantage of our VIP lifetime one-time while we're in beta. Only $299.97. If you refer one of those customers, you earn $100. Pretty good deal. It's free to be an affiliate. If you have any sort of a following, or if your friends or family plays fantasy, you can refer them. You can earn $100. If they get the $29.97 a month option, which are the 2 options after you do the dollar test drive, then you'll earn $10 every month that customer stays. So it's all here. Shows you the video. Shows you there's a video about the affiliate program. It's short, a couple minutes. Not a lot of people know about that. A few, but it's going to start getting some steam, especially with what's coming. I'm crazy. I don't want to I can't let the cat out of the bag, but it's going to be very unique what we're about to come up with. So I appreciate everybody. I am going to end the video. You can go to this blog. Obviously, if you're watching it, the video has been posted. It usually takes about 30 minutes to render. I posted it on the YouTube channel. I will post this information on Twitter. And let me know. Feel free. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of through the website. It's Daryl at fantasysportslogic.com. There's actually a phone number, a couple of them. If you're a WhatsApp user, you can find me through WhatsApp as well. So much appreciated. Have a super spectacular, amazingly awesome Monday. And we'll see you tomorrow.